This is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here, and welcome to another episode. Well, even though it's already been 2 months, and I know I was supposed to do it last month, but must have gotten sidetracked by other things and had a lot of setbacks. But regardless on that, welcome back to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about all the anime plushies that I currently got in my possession as of now, to which I have to say it's not really much of a big, pretty much a big amalgam that I got by far, but hey, I've actually got some pretty good stuff for sure, whether it be the ones I get online, or of course, wherever I get them at conventions for sure, which I have to say is definitely well worth it for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I can say on that front. I love all the anime plushies that I got, and I couldn't get enough of them regardless. So yeah, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there, over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait until you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll be here by the time you come back. In fact, I know the video itself wouldn't be that long, or maybe I guess it is, depending on the runtime for it, but hey, I won't complain nevertheless. So yeah, take all the time you need to watch the previous episode. And now that I mentioned all the anime plushies that I got, I do find it quite sad that Right Stuff Anime is no longer in existence, hence why the link to it is completely gone as we speak. Well, hey, I guess we do need to adapt somehow, and for those who are wondering if I'm willing to, of course, try my hand at, of course, pretty much doing another wish list on, of course, Crunchyroll. That's already a work in progress, and I'll see if I can possibly get that worked out somehow. But hey, I guess my Amazon wish list will have to do for now. So yeah. Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start up this episode as we normally do. Well, I guess it's probably been a long time coming, and boy, it's been several months since I did one of these, and well, I think it's about time that we go for another convention haul once again on this show. So yeah, I couldn't get enough of course, doing all of those, and those are definitely fun to do for sure. And luckily enough, this time it is, of course, on one of my favorite conventions that I always love going to, which is, of course, RetroGameCon. So yeah, I think I know I have gone to that several times for sure, and why wouldn't I? It's always a great time for sure, and I couldn't get enough of it entirely. So yeah, and luckily enough for this year, it's no exception because yeah, with everything that's gone on, especially for its 10th anniversary this year, it is actually a real fun blast for sure. And yeah, I did manage to go this year, and I really had a good time for sure. And yeah, pretty much did a lot of stuff that is far different than what I've actually done the previous year by far. In fact, if anything, compared to last year, this year was a little bit more scaled down on my part entirely, because yeah, last year was definitely massively big for sure, so I think it's a good way to reduce it down by far. But regardless on that, I got to meet some exciting people, and to the people who have actually came up to me and say hi while I was there, I greatly appreciate that a ton for sure. And of course, I did get to check out, pretty much I got to participate in some events that they held, just to name a few. So yeah, I think it's what I can say on, of course, that front for sure. And of course, as expected, I did get to pretty much buy some really good stuff while I was there for sure, to which yeah, if anything, they're really piled up pretty good for sure. So yeah, I guess seeing how this is another con haul that I'm talking about on this show, I think it's quite fair that I should go ahead and talk about the stuff that I actually got during my time at RetroGameCon this year. So yeah, you want to see me talk about all the stuff that I got this year? Wish granted. So yeah, with that being said, let's take a look at all of them. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I got pretty much everything right in front of me, so I'm about to go through them as much as I can for sure. So yeah, with that being said, I think we might as well start off with, of course, something that I think kind of makes sense on that front. I think it makes sense to talk about pretty much some things I got from a few of the guests that I actually got to meet there. So yeah, I guess for this first one, does this look familiar to you? Yeah, I guess it makes sense, of course, on that front. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, this really nice portrait that I got of course, Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog himself, as it was, of course, autographed to me by the voice of Dr. Eggman himself, Mike Pollock. So yeah, I guess if you may recall, years ago, I actually did meet Mike Pollock at, of course, a couple of conventions I've been to, like, of course, not just RetroGameCon from, of course, 2018, but also from Syracuse, New York Comic-Con back in 2017, and I have to say, he is, of course, a really great guy, hands down, and I couldn't get enough of course, seeing him for sure, and luckily enough, I was lucky enough to see him again for a third time, and boy, I was really quite thrilled to see him there again for sure. And luckily enough, I did manage to get this autograph portrait from him once again, and yeah. I guess it needs no introduction, hands down, for sure, and yeah, he was lucky enough to sign it for me, which actually says, and I quote right here, "Ben, thanks for joining the Eggman Empire. Mike Pollock, Dr. Eggman." So yeah, I guess you can definitely see right here, this actually does look really incredible for sure. So yeah, I guess it needs no introduction, hands down. This is actually a really great one for sure, and yeah, really great to see Mike. Really great to see Mike Pollock again for sure. So yeah. All right, and this but that's not the only thing that I actually got. Oh no, this other one I got is also from, of course, another one of the guests that I actually got a chance to meet for sure, and well, here it is. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, this really nice portrait that I got of course, Mary Hunt from My Next Life as a Villain is All Routes Lead to Doom, to which, I guess in this case, it is, of course, signed by, of course, the voice of Mary Hunt herself, Colleen O'Shaughnessy. So yeah, I think I guess if anything, if you've never heard of Colleen O'Shaughnessy, she is actually a really talented voice actress for sure, who not only provided the voice of Mary Hunt, but also for several other characters that she provided the voice for, including her most recognizable one for sure, which is, of course, Tails from Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, I guess if anything, Tails is definitely her most recognizable for sure, whether it be in numerous amount of the Sonic games or the cartoon shows, or of course Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the sequel to its feature film for sure. So yeah, couldn't get enough of Colleen O'Shaughnessy, and she actually is the perfect voice for Tails for sure, and yeah, seeing how I actually did went as, of course, Alan Stewart from My Next Life as a Villain is on Sunday, I think it makes sense to finally meet her while I was dressed up as that, and yeah, luckily enough, I did manage to get this really awesome Mary Hunt portrait that I got since I went as Alan Stewart for sure, and she was actually really nice to talk to, and yeah, she actually was kind enough to autograph it to me, which actually says, "To Ben, best wishes, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, Mary Hunt." So yeah, I think it's safe to say that I'm really quite thrilled to actually pretty much get this one for sure. And to Kalingo Shashi, thank you so much, hands out. And it was really great to finally meet you for sure. And I do hope to possibly meet you again at the next convention coming up for sure. So yeah, with of course Kaling, as well as of course Mike Pollock, and of course another guest that I did manage to get to talk to, which is Metal Jesus Rocks. It actually is quite amazing for sure. So yeah. Alright, so that pretty much takes care of the guests for sure. And well, seeing of how this is, I guess seeing how the convention is named RetroGameCon, why not throw in some video games for sure? And well, here's something that I actually got that I haven't gotten in a long time. I actually got myself a new Super Nintendo game for sure, or I guess in this case, a new game for the Super Nintendo, and well, here it is. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, pretty much a nice new addition to, of course, my Super Nintendo collection that I haven't actually added since 2019, for crying out loud. So yeah, and I guess in this case, I've of course got Sailor Moon R for the Super Nintendo. So yeah, and no joke, I was actually lucky enough to get this in this really great Super Nintendo cartridge that I got right here. And I'm not gonna lie, it is of course really incredible hands down for sure. So yeah, and I guess it is quite obvious, seeing how I have been a long-time fan of Sailor Moon for quite a long time now for sure, especially getting into it well over a decade ago. I think it's about time that I get something that's Sailor Moon related for sure. And trust me, it's not the only thing that I got related to Sailor Moon for sure, because that will definitely come up later on for sure. But yeah, I guess it's safe to say I am really quite thrilled to actually get this for sure. And who knows if I ever pretty much find the time to, of course, maybe hook up my old Super Nintendo again, or maybe I might give it away and actually get a brand new Super Nintendo. I think it'll be quite interesting to actually play this game for sure, just to see how it fares up for sure. So yeah, really quite thrilled that I actually got this, and it's gonna go great with the rest of my Super Nintendo games that I actually got. So yeah. But that's not the only thing that I got revolves around my Super Nintendo that I got. Oh no, I think this other one I got may actually surprise you a ton. So yeah, here it is. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, surprisingly enough, a cleaning kit for the Super Nintendo for sure. And yeah, oddly enough, yeah, I think I do know it's quite odd to actually get pretty much something to actually clean your Super Nintendo for sure. And but hey, I think it kind of makes sense to actually get this for sure, and I'm not complaining on the hag for sure. And I think if anything, if I can pretty much get this pretty much out real quick. And yes, by the way, this did come fresh in the box for sure. And alright, I think that should be about it. And yeah, I guess from the looks of it, based on pretty much what's in the box for sure, right? Yeah, I guess from what I'm actually seeing, this clean kit is pretty much, I guess pretty much in the style of a Super Nintendo cartridge for sure. And if I can open this up right now, I think I might be getting something right now, so okay, I guess maybe not. Yeah, I think I'm really having a hard time getting this opened up for sure, but I think what this is of course, this is actually made in the style of a regular Super Nintendo cartridge for sure, that you can actually use to pretty much clean your Super Nintendo with, but hey, it's probably going to take some time for me to get used to, and oh, yeah, and I guess a good thing too, because it looks like it does come with an instruction manual for sure, so So yeah, looks like I does have all the details for sure, and let's see what else. Oh yeah, pretty much a booklet for consumers, and let's see, I think pretty much. Yeah, I think a few other essentials. Yeah, I think this is mainly a small little ad for Nintendo Power, and let's see, what is this right here, and oh yeah, now I remember. This is actually a poster for sure. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually really quite interesting for sure. So, all right, if I can get everything sorted out and back into the box. So let's see. There we go, and let's see. Can I get it back into the packaging? All right, let's see. Yeah, can I get it back in there? So. Yeah, there we go. So, whew. Man, this packaging is actually really tough. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, plastic packaging ASMR, folks. So, but yeah, it looks to me like this clean kit for the Super Nintendo. Not gonna lie, it definitely looks fine for sure, though it's probably going to take some time to actually get used to, but who knows if I ever do get a brand new Super Nintendo or, you know, or something, I don't know, maybe I might do a future episode on this cleaning kit for sure, just to see how fare up for sure, so yeah. Definitely gonna take some time to actually get used to it for sure, but hey, I think it's a fine purchase I actually got for sure, so yeah. Alright, and now that I got that taken care of, let's move on to the next thing that I need to talk about, and, well, I think we're going to step aside from, of course, both the autographs that I got, as well as, of course, a couple of things for my Super Nintendo collection, and probably jump back into, of course, the one thing I really do love, aside from all that, which is, of course, collecting movies on DVD and Blu-ray for sure, and do I even dare to actually show this one? I think I might as well, so here you go. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, this, ironically enough, a pretty nice Blu-ray copy that I got on, of course, the live-action Ghost in the Shell movie with Scarlett Johansson in it. So yeah. Yeah, kind of ironic for me to actually get this, but if you may recall, years ago, I did pick up the original Ghost in the Shell movie on DVD when I went to TorahCon back in 2018, and I did manage to watch it, and it was actually a really great movie, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely on there alongside Akira for sure, which I also got that year, but mainly at Anime Boston for sure, So, yeah, I guess it is ironic for me to actually get the live-action Ghost in the Shell movie, as I heard pretty much mixed things about it, and it did very poorly when it first came out, but then again, this came out pre-Netflix's adaptation of One Piece, so I think it's something we're quite used to for sure, so yeah. Needless to say on that front, kind of ironic for me to get this, but hey, I still think it was well worth it for sure, and pretty much in terms of where I actually got it, I think I got it from, of course, the anime shop that was, of course, one of the vendors that are there, and I kind of thought to myself, yeah, I think I might as well get this for sure, So yeah, I kind of forgot the name of course, the anime shop where they actually vendor there, and I'll probably put a little text on screen just to see what it is for sure. So yeah, to that anime shop that I mentioned that I'm putting in text right here. Big shout out to you guys for sure, and who knows, I may drop by again to see what other bits of anime stuff that may also pique my interest for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, regardless on what I have to say on that front, I think I'm quite, I I guess I can find myself being a bit satisfied getting the live-action Ghost in the Shell movie, and, well, I know it's gonna go into my DVD and Blu-ray collection, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do, so yeah. Alright, so yeah, now that we actually got those out of the way for starters, I think we might as well move on to the next batch that I need to talk about for sure, and, well, sticking with, of course, anime for sure, now that I actually mentioned the live-action Ghost in the Shell movie, I think we might as well move on to another thing that I got, and, well, as a follow-up when I actually got Sailor Moon R on the Super Nintendo, well, here's another thing that I got that involves Sailor Moon for sure, so here it is. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, this really nice plushie version of course, Artemis from Sailor Moon, so yeah, I guess about anything, like I said, I couldn't get enough of Sailor Moon for sure. It is definitely a really great anime entirely, and surely one of the classics for sure, and, well, of course, I did notice pretty much they actually have this really nice Artemis plushie, to which, oddly enough, it's something that I've been meaning to get for some time for sure, and, yeah, I guess about anything from what I'm actually seeing, this definitely looks really great in person for sure, and I couldn't get enough of it entirely, so yeah, I just love the way it's detailed out, and yeah, pretty much everything else that I want for a anime plushie for sure, and I guess if that being the case, now my Luna plushie doesn't have to be lonely anymore. Although, come to think of it, probably by the time I get my own place sometime soon, I think it'll be quite nice to see my girlfriend Casamelli make use of this for when she'll go as Sailor Venus coming up soon, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So yeah, really do love this Artemis plushie that I actually got, and it's definitely gonna go great for sure. So yeah. But that's not the only plushie that I actually got. So yeah, if you think Sailor Moon wasn't enough for you, how about we throw Pokemon into the mix? So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, another Pokemon plushie that I actually got very recently, and it's, of course, this one that I got this time is on Horsey. So yeah, I guess about anything, I think I was really quite thrilled when they actually have this for sure, and yeah, I was really I was in for a real treat when I decided to pick this one up for sure. So yeah, I guess about anything, much like with Artemis, I really love the way he actually looks for sure. Actually, really showcasing what's great about Horsey for sure. So yeah, really great for sure, and I couldn't get enough of it entirely, and yeah, definitely gonna go great alongside all the other Pokemon pretty much plushies that I actually got for sure. So yeah. Alright, so now that we actually got both Artemis and Horsey out of the way, I think we might as well move on to, of course, another thing that I actually got, and this one that I actually got, you may actually know from, of course, a familiar pretty much a vendor that I did talk about previously for sure. So yeah, I guess with that being said, here it is for sure. So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, a brand new stuffed octopus that I actually got. That's, of course, done by pretty much the one vendor that I actually do admire, pretty much Fleecimals. So yeah. Again, I previously talked about Fleecimals pretty much some time ago for sure, and I really do love the stuff they actually got for sure, and yeah, their little stuffed octopuses they got are just absolutely adorable for sure, and I guess ironically enough, I did showcase my reg octopus that I got from them pretty much some time ago, and I still have it even to this day for sure, and luckily enough, I actually got a nice new little friend for sure, and ironically enough, it is, of course, the same reg octopus that I actually got beforehand, but this time, they actually put it in a nice straw hat for sure, so yeah. Actually, it is quite nice, almost like this octopus is representing Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece, so So yeah, that was actually really quite clever. I'm not gonna lie, it is actually really quite amazing for sure. And the only difference this time is that if you could recall, I think based on this piece of cloth, yeah, pretty much. If anything, the bottom is of course magnetic for sure. So yeah, pretty much to showcase how it works, I could just put the cloth pretty much right where my shoulder is at, and I'll just stick the octopus on, and yeah, look at that, it's resting on my shoulder, actually pretty good for sure. So yeah, looks like it really is quite cute to have it on my shoulder for sure, and yeah, pretty interesting enough. And that's not the only thing that I got from yeah, that I actually got from Fleecimals. Oh no, this other one I got is pretty much a rather interesting one if I can get it out of the plastic bag for sure. So yeah, there we go. So I'll just get it out. So yeah, there we go. So yeah. Pretty much what I also got is, of course, this really nice mobile phone stand that I actually got, and pretty much how that works is, of course, pretty much you just pretty much yeah, I think if anything, according to this instruction manual, pretty much it's actually made to, of course, pretty much hold your phone up steadily for sure, and yeah. Again, I really can't get enough of course, how well themed it is for sure. So yeah, maybe I might put that to a good use for my phone later on. But I guess until then, Fleecimals, if you're watching this, once again, thank you so much for this. It really does mean a whole lot for sure. So yeah. Alright, so now that we actually got those out of the way, I think we might as well go ahead and actually move on to, of course, pretty much the smaller essentials for sure. So yeah, almost getting close to the home stretch for sure. So we might as well go through all the ones that I actually got. So yeah, what I have here next is, of course, a nice couple of keychains that I got from, of course, pretty much an artist that I pretty much know previously, which is, of course, Luna Lu Art for sure. And yeah, again, I previously talked about them in the past for sure. And yeah, they've actually got some really good art for sure. And luckily enough, I actually got a couple new set of keychains for sure, which are, of course, on both Diluc and Kaya from Genshin Impact. So yeah, I couldn't get enough of course, pretty much those two for sure. And yeah, I've kind of been on a roll getting some really nice Genshin Impact stuff for sure, because of how well the game is actually doing, especially seeing of how they're on version 4.1 as we speak. So yeah, I guess if anything, I'm really quite thrilled to actually get these keychains that I actually got right here. They're actually absolutely fantastic for sure. And yeah, just by seeing them in both Kaya and Diluc's side for sure, it's just absolutely incredible for sure. So yeah, really couldn't get enough of course, pretty much these two keychains that I actually got, and yeah, all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Okay, and it looks like pretty much the next few that I actually got, I've of course got 3 sets of course these wonderful enamel pins for sure. So yeah, kind of rare for me to actually pick up enamel pins for sure, but I guess in the case of course pretty much these ones I got, these are actually well worth it. So the ones that I actually got, this one that I got right here is of course pretty much out of all these 3 right here, I'll show them off. This one I got is, of course, on Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and this one that I got is also on Sailor Moon, but with pretty much midway through her signature transformation, and of course, to top it all off, this really small one that I got on, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. So yeah, I was really quite thrilled to actually get these 3 for sure, and yeah, yeah, I have to say, it was actually well worth it for me to, get those enamel, pins for sure. So yeah, really do love the hell out of them, and they're actually, well worth it for me to, get those. So yeah. Alright, and this, next one that I got, I've, of course, got this, wonderful button, for sure, and, well, here it is. So yeah, I guess if anything, what I actually got here is, of course, this wonderful button that I got on, of course, Duck from Princess Tutu. So yeah, this one that I actually got is, of course, done by the people over at Cloud Stitches for sure, to which, if you may recall, over a year ago, I actually did get a couple things I actually got from them, which is, of course, this nice cross stitch of course, Your Forger from Spy Family, and I guess in this case, I did get a button similar to this, but on Princess Tutu, so yeah, and I guess in this case, I actually decided to go for a really nice follow-up, and actually go for her alter ego, Duck, her alter ego, Duck, for sure, or I guess, if you have, pretty much seen the Japanese version, for sure, it will, of course, have to be, a Hiru, for sure, So yeah, I just couldn't get enough of course, this wonderful Duck button that I actually got, and yeah, it actually does look absolutely incredible for sure. In fact, come to think of it, seeing how I now have plans to hopefully do my own Princess Tutu cosplay, pretty much A, as a good follow-up to my Ballerina Barbara, and B, will go great to my future Fakir cosplay. I can see myself using that and the Princess Tutu button that I currently have to actually strap on for when I'll actually get into, of course, that cosplay I'll soon make. Well, only time will tell on that for sure, but either way, I couldn't get enough of course, this button, and I really do love the hell out of it for sure, So yeah, and to Cloud Stitches, once again, thank you so much. It was definitely well worth it for me to get this from you guys. So yeah. Alright, and this next few that I got, it's of course pretty much quite an interesting one, and it's actually on pretty much a streamer on Twitch that I've actually met in person while I was there for sure. So yeah, what I actually have here is of course this button, this sticker, and of course this business card to promote pretty much retro game enthusiast and content creator by the name of Jack Attack DX for sure. So yeah, I actually got a chance to actually meet the guy at his booth while I was there, and he was actually a really nice guy to talk to for sure, and I did kind of notice he did kind of followed me on my social media pages for sure, and yeah, that was of course really nice to finally see him in person for sure. So yeah, what can I say about him? I really do like the stuff that I actually got from him, and to of course Jack Attack, if you're watching this, big shout out to you for sure. Yeah, it was really great seeing you there, and I do hope to see you again very, very soon. So yeah. Alright, and this next one that I got is of course this nice little packet that I actually got right here. It's of course a couple of Pokemon stickers, and of course a pretty much a Pokemon trading card trick or trade packet that I got for sure. So yeah, how I actually got this is of course it was during Saturday when I went ooh. Sorry about that. So, when I actually got to participate in the cosplay contest on Saturday, and of course, midway through the judges pretty much judging everyone's cosplays they got to determine the winners, pretty much one of the cosplayers that goes by the name of This Is Pats on Instagram was of course doing a little game where of course people get to guess which Pokemon it is, and luckily enough, I did get to participate in the hag, and yeah, I actually got this as a little compensation prize for sure. So yeah, I guess with that being said, we'll see what we got. So for starters, in terms of the pretty much the stickers that I got, I've of course oh yeah, this one I got on Registeel, which is quite nice, and And let's see, I think I got this one on Polyworld, which is really awesome. And oh yeah, even got one on little Dicklig for sure. So yeah, those were actually really quite nice. And I'm really quite thrilled to actually pretty much get this for sure. So yeah, really quite thrilled to actually get these Pokemon stickers for sure. So yeah. And let's see, I guess in terms of the Trick or Trade cards I actually got, oh, I think I stand corrected. I not only got not one, but two of these packets for sure. So yeah, I guess it is quite nice to actually get these for sure. And I do find a really great idea to, of course, do Halloween editions of course, the Pokemon trading card. And yeah, look at Pikachu's expression right next to Mimikyu. It's just absolutely priceless. So yeah, with that being said, let's see what we got. And of course, this pretty much these two packets for sure. So let's see if I can pretty much get the first one open. Yeah, there we go. So let's see what we got. And ooh. Actually, I got quite a few for starters. So yeah, pretty much this one I actually got. Of course, pretty much Renner Renerigus. I don't know how to pronounce its name, but that's the name on the card for sure. And this one I got getting Houndstone. Yeah, that one's an interesting one. And oh yeah, definitely one of the classics. Got one on Murkrow. So yeah, that's actually one packet down for sure. So really quite thrilled to get those. So let's see what we pretty much got in this packet for sure. So oh, okay. Now we're talking. Oh yeah, got another Murkrow, which is actually quite nice. So yeah, you can definitely see right here. Yeah, pretty much got myself another Murkrow, and oh yeah. Even I got a couple that I'm quite familiar with, Ghastly and Mimikyu. So yeah, I guess it's safe to say it looks like got myself 6 new Pokemon cards that I actually got right here. So yeah, that was definitely well worth it for sure. And yeah, they're gonna go great. And of course, my pretty much my collection of Pokemon cards that I actually got for sure. So yeah, definitely well worth it for sure. Alright, so I guess the rest of the stuff that I actually got for sure, they're mostly just advertisements and business cards and stuff that I actually got right here. So I'm gonna do my best to quickly excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best to quickly go over them as of now. So yeah, pretty much know the drill by this point. So let's see what we got this time. So yeah, what I actually got here is, of course, ooh, looks like pretty much this nice little advertisement that I got for, of course, pretty much a few of the games that are done by Retro Wave for sure, which is actually quite nice for sure, with them consisting of course, Toxic Crusaders, which is actually quite nice, and oh yeah, 2 of the games they actually got, which is Iron Meat and Prison City for sure. So yeah, that was actually really quite nice for sure. So, and of course, this one that I got, oh, this one is, of course, a really nice poster that I got, and that's actually for one of the new games that are coming out, which is Prison City, also, that is done by Retro Wave for sure. So pretty much on how I actually got this, I actually pretty much had to scan a QR code that will get me listed for, of course, pretty much some signups for emails for sure. So yeah, I think it was really quite nice, and I even got a chance to try out a demo of the game that's slated to come out next month, and definitely looks great for sure. And plus, I even got to meet one of the guys from Retro Wave, who is, of course, Justin Silverman, and he was actually a really great guy to talk to for sure. So yeah, really quite thrilled to actually meet him for sure, and to the people of our Retro Wave, big shout out to you guys for sure. So yeah. Alright, and I got this, and I actually got this really nice goodie bag that I actually got for sure. That's yeah, I think, which of course is done by a cosplayer that goes by the name of Panic Button, also known as Selly Pop, as you can see by this business card, to which, let's see, do I actually, oh yeah, I actually, did pick up another one of these, another business card from her, yeah, or some other pro now, I don't know, so, but yeah, I was lucky enough to, get, a couple of, business cards, from, Selly Pop, for sure, and, let's see what else, and, oh yeah, pretty much, got a couple of, lollipops, and, let's see, and yeah, even more stickers for sure. Yeah, pretty much. Got these wonderful anime. Pretty much. Yeah, these anime stickers that I actually got for sure. So yeah, that was actually really quite amazing for sure. And I really do admire that for sure. And to Selly Pop, if you're watching this, yeah, if you're watching this, hands down, big shout out to you. It was really great seeing you there for sure. So yeah. Alright, and this next one that I got, this one I actually got from, of course, CNY Promotions, who had a booth there, and it's, of course, mainly for a few events that they're going to be, that they're having by the time this video goes live, which is, of course, yeah, pretty much Toy Fest 4, Collectors Fest 89, and I guess pretty much from what I'm actually seeing is, of course, their convention that's coming up some point around next year, which is, of course, Syracuse Collectors Con for sure. So yeah, pretty much got those for sure, and yeah, pretty much of anything, they actually do look interesting. So I highly doubt I'll actually go to those two, but the Syracuse Collectors Con that's gonna be coming up, I'm actually looking into that for sure. Maybe I think for next year for sure. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But hey, if that actually does happen, I would definitely love to go for sure. So yeah, definitely well worth it in the end for sure. So yeah. Alright, and let's see, what else for sure, oh yeah, pretty much, I've, of course, got my number, pretty much, for, when I entered into the, cosplay contest on Saturday, as you can see right here, definitely well worth it for sure, so yeah. And let's see, I've got several of these, quite a few business cards. I've, of course, got one, yeah, I think I've, of course, got this one, pretty much, Intel Lab. I do indeed apologize if I mispronounce its name, but yeah, this is, of course, what I got, and yeah, big shout out to you if you're watching this for sure. And let's see, I also got one on Jesse's Pixels and Crafts, to which you can definitely see right here. Big shout out to you. And, of course, I got one from, of course, Cartridges Galore, which is actually a really interesting one for sure. So big shout out to you guys if you are watching this. And of course, the one that I did mention previously is, of course, on Luna Lu art for sure. So yeah, big shout out to you guys if you are watching this hands down. So yeah. And, of course, pretty much a couple of other essentials that I got. I've, of course, got this wonderful sticker for Neopets, which, yeah, actually does sound interesting. And, yeah, they were actually running their booth around the time I actually pretty much got to go this year. So it'll be quite interesting to see how it turned out. I never actually played this game before, but I'll definitely check it out and see what I think of it. So yeah. And, of course, let's see, I actually, got this little mini sticker sheet that I got from, of course, something called Item Gag for sure. So yeah, pretty much got this from one guy who is, of course, cosplaying as Ken from the Barbie movie, which, I won't lie, is actually really awesome. And yeah, pretty much of anything, I guess according to the back right here, it actually says that Item Gag is, of course, pretty much says, unique treasures and gifts for every geek and gamer fandom. Well, that would be quite interesting, so I may look into, of course, seeing more from these guys for sure, but for now, to the people of course, Shop Item Gag, thank you so much for the stickering. Really does mean a whole lot for sure. So yeah. And, of course, to top it all off, I definitely did save the best for last for sure. I guess it is quite obvious at this point. I've, of course, got this pretty much on my badge for sure, to which, yeah, I won't lie, it actually is quite amazing. Not only looking very sleek with, of course, this awesome Neopets lanyard that they got right here, but the badge itself, yeah, I won't lie, it actually looks awesome for sure, and yeah, pretty much having the Villadarian dice company on the back, but mainly the front is, of course, satirizing Nintendo, the Nintendo World Championships for sure, which I have to say definitely looks amazing for sure, and I couldn't get enough of it. So yeah, and of course, to top it all up, got the really awesome program book in addition to that. So yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory, actually, discussing, pretty much showcasing the sponsors, guests, a whole map of course, pretty much all the stuff on the show floor, vendors and artists, the list of panels and events that they got, just to name a few for sure. So yeah, I think it's pretty much what I could say on, of course, that front for sure, if you get what I'm actually saying. So yeah, really quite thrilled to actually get this, and my badge for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, it was definitely well worth it in the end. So yeah. And, well, that's pretty much all the stuff that I got from RetroGameCon this year. So yeah, I guess overall, I actually had a really good time at this year's RetroGameCon for sure. I definitely had a blast, definitely compared to last year, which I also had a blast for sure. And honestly, I'm really glad that I actually got to pretty much go the entire weekend like I did last year for sure. It was definitely well worth it in the end for sure, and I just couldn't get enough of course, what went down for that weekend for sure, and yeah, I think it's a good way to, of course, cap off my set of conventions this year, to which, yeah, honestly enough, I wouldn't necessarily say it's probably the best I actually had compared to last year, which was, of course, my epic comeback, but I did have a good time for sure, and this year's RetroGameCon was, of course, definitely well worth it for sure, and yeah, much like what I did with TorCon and Heroes and Villains Con, I do feel bad for not vlogging much during my time for sure compared to the last several times for sure, but hopefully I'll make up for it some point around next year, and mainly and hopefully go back to, of course, what I did originally for sure, so that way you can actually experience it for yourself for sure. But hey, that'll be figured out later on for sure. So yeah. And I guess, if anything, I'll be really excited to see what conventions I'll be going to for next year for sure. Yeah, for the majority of 2024. My biggest hope is that I will hope to actually break my limit when I go to conventions, pretty much going for a minimum of 3 and a maximum of about 4 or 5 at most for sure. So yeah, that's my biggest hope by far, but again, that'll be figured out later on for sure. But yeah, like I said, had a really great time at this year's RetroGameCon for sure, and I'll be really excited to see what next year will have to offer. And for this year, marking their 10th anniversary for sure, yeah, that is actually one incredible milestone by far, and I'm excited to see will go down for sure for next year entirely for sure. But hey, we shall wait and see of course, that front. I do hear there might be a strong possibility that they might actually try to expand a whole lot more and maybe go for pretty much an additional day, make it like a 3-day convention for sure, but I'm not the judge on that for sure. That's mainly up to them for sure. So yeah, whatever the case may be, and whatever new direction they're gonna take, I'll be really excited to see on what next year's Retro GameCon will have to offer, and you bet I'm definitely gonna be there for sure, and who knows what I'll be doing for sure, but again, I'm sure that's gonna be figured out later on for sure, so. But yeah, I guess that's what I can say on, of course, that front, and yeah, I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of this show. And by all means, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought about it for sure. I would definitely love to know. So yeah, I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of What the Pickup. And yeah, I do indeed apologize if I didn't get out another one right around last month because I was mainly sidetracked by other things and had a lot of other things going on, but hopefully I will do another one to make up for it later on, or maybe another good batch to help bridge the gap for sure, so. But I guess until then, and of course, it's after my massive recovery from, of course, pretty much my time at this year's Retro GameCon, I guess I need to wind down a bit and go back to what I do normally for sure. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Hey guys, this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and show your support to me on my wishlist on Amazon, and even supporting me at streamlabs.com/AckleyTackTV/tip that you can find in the description box below, as well as on my Twitch page. And in case you can't find any of the links that are provided, then not to worry about a thing. All the links and stuff are also provided on my link tree that you can also find in the description box below, as well as a few selected number of my social media pages. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.